sanctioned by the World Wrestling Council. Hello, wrestling fans. Thank you very much for buying this videotape. You're going to meet one of the superstars of the World Wrestling Council, the new World's Ladies Champion of the World Wrestling Council, Wendi Richter, the most famous and prestigious lady wrestler, professional lady wrestler of all times. The lady that came into professional wrestling and changed her style completely when she joined forces with the rock star Cyndi Lauper. Some of her greatest victories you will see during this videotape. Also, you will meet in this instant the man that is the current Universal Heavyweight Champion of the World Wrestling Council, Carlos Colon. He is the Universal Heavyweight Champion, and as I mentioned before, the new Women's Lady Wrestler Champion of the World is Wendi Richter. You're going to see great matches from her taking place in the United States, in Puerto Rico, and the main event will be the match that took place in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in front of 20,000 fans. Wendi Richter becomes the new World's Ladies Champion of the World Wrestling Council. Plus, you will be hearing from me details about Wendi's career, some of her biggest highlights. Plus, you're going to hear from her, her most exciting moments, her experiences in professional wrestling. So let's not delay it. Let's go and meet right now the Women's World's Lady Wrestling Champion, Wendi Richter.
Hello, I'd like to welcome you to some of my most spectacular matches and share with you the thrill of winning the Ladies World Championship for the third time. Also, you'll see some beautiful sights and hopefully learn a little more about me, my training, and my career in professional wrestling.
The first match will feature Wendi Richter against Liz Chase, courtesy of the National Wrestling Federation.
Introducing Texas, weighing 135 pounds. She is the former World's Ladies Champion, Wendi Richter. And her opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 132 pounds, Liz Chase.
Finally making her National Wrestling Federation debut against this woman. A very tough young cat by the name of Liz Chase. Liz and Wendi had a run-in about 3 years ago in North Carolina. And ever since then, these two have wanted to face each other in squared circle. When Wendi was the world champion, she was scheduled to have a title match against Liz. But before that, she controversially lost the belt. And now these two Wildcats lock up for the first time in 3 years. And Wendi just pushes her, and Liz comes right back at her. This, ladies and gentlemen, is indeed a crutch match. Liz Chase going to the midsection. Liz Chase flipping Wendi around. Liz Chase going up from behind now with a rear chin lock. And Wendi's in pain. Liz vowing to make Wendi's National Wrestling Federation debut an unsuccessful one. Now there's a nice shot, isn't it? And now Liz, holding on to that headlock. Holding on. Maybe for dear life. Wendi Richter has a bad temper. A very bad temper. And Liz Chase. Not the friendliest gal in my life. And she flips Wendi down. Holding on to that headlock. Liz has been dominating this match from the start. Wendi bridging out. Professional wrestling history. There has never been a woman wrestler with her popularity. Looking on tonight somewhere, somehow, Cyndi Lauper, Wendi Richter's former manager, not managing her right now because Cindy's too busy in the studio making an album. We wish her the best with that. The co-founder of the Rock and Wrestling Connection, Wendi Richter, coming to the National Wrestling Federation, she says, because of the cream of the crop. Women's wrestling is here, and Liz Chase indeed one of them. Wendi going for a quick pin, doesn't get it. It's going to take more than a back suplex to take Liz Chase Chase down. Liz Chase is one tough cookie. Headbutt. That's something you don't see in women's wrestling that often. Liz Chase is a tough gal. Probably the toughest in ladies wrestling today. She's been waiting for this match. Wendi can brawl with the best of them, and she kicks Liz down. Liz now flipping over onto her stomach. Wendi with a drop kick. Liz is down. Wendi go for the pin. I don't think she didn't hook the leg. No, she's not going to get it. Liz kicks out. Liz on her feet first. Liz driving Wendi down into the mat. And the fans show their displeasure. Liz backing her into the corner. Liz with another headbutt. This is unbelievable, this Liz Chase. Bulldog! That could be it. This could be the upset in ladies wrestling of the year. Liz Chase yelling, screaming at her. Wendi's in a world of trouble. Slamming her face down into the canvas. Come on, Wendi, get up! Fans cheering for Wendi. Liz now with a semi-suplex, semi-body slam. A two count on Wendi Richter. And that's more than usual. And Wendi trying to pull a punch, but Liz beat her to it. And now Wendi's coming back. Now that Texan temper is showing. Wendi Richter now. And she rolls her up in a... No! Whoa! Liz is mad. One shoulder was obviously up, blatantly up to our camera's viewpoint. Wendi thrown into the ropes. Liz comes off. Drags her down, grabs her by the neck and pulls her down. This Liz Chase is just absolutely the toughest girl wrestler I have ever seen in my life. Wendi Richter in a world of trouble. She's holding that neck like it's hurt. And Liz rakes the eyes. Wendi now on the ropes. She's been in this situation before. Thrown into the ropes and leapfrog. And she gets it. Rakes the eyes, the only way to get out of that one. Wendi Richter, the former World Women Champion, returning to full-time action now. Returning for the first time in 8 months. 1, 2. Oh, man, was that close. Returning for the first time in 8 months to full-time wrestling action. And we, at the National Wrestling Federation, are lucky that she chose us for her return. Another quick 2 count. Liz is a tough lady to beat. Liz Chase now, picking Wendi Richter up. I wouldn't call this match as to the winner if you paid me to. It's too close. I like to say Wendi Richter, because the odds are that Wendi wins almost every match, but I would never bet against Liz Chase. I've only seen her lose once, and the circumstances were questionable. And she is just so mean, so tough, so bad. She's lost quite a bit of weight. She's in deep training. She's been lifting weights. She has those gloves on her hand. I have no idea why. Now she's bringing in Wendi the hard way. Wendi now blocking it, and now she brings it back to Liz Chase. Wendi Richter coming back into the ring, and Liz is down. And now Wendi wants a piece of Liz. Now she remembers why they have waited 3 years to fight. Now she remembers the grudge from North Carolina. And the Texas terror of women's wrestling picks Liz up and drives her into the mat. And Liz is feeling the effects of that one. Wendi now picking her up, body slam, suplex. That was the most unusual suplex I have seen in a while. Wendi now picking her up again. She says, one more time. Throws her into the ropes. Wendi, wrap around clothesline. That should be it. Liz is down. 1, 2. That's surprising. My hat's off to Liz Chase. She is one tech fighter. Wendi now driving her down. Wendi getting upset. Wendi Richter throwing her into the corner. Liz trying to, what is this? Wendi trying to hold her. Oh, punch to the midsection.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how Wendi Richter got the victory as she surprised Chase, threw it to the canvas. An impressive maneuver. Then she hooked her. Wow, devastating move. There's the referee to count 3 seconds. The winner, Wendi Richter. Let's find out more about her life and her career. Wendi, after becoming 2 times World's Ladies Champion, did you think you were going to become World's Champion for the 3rd time?
I knew I had to because I know, and all the fans know, I really didn't lose the championship match the 2nd time. After that Raw deal, I knew I had to start all over again from the beginning, and I did that with the NWF. And through their elimination match, I became their Ladies World Champion and went on to the World Wrestling Council. And I had to work my way up through the ranks step by step until I reached the top contender, Monster Ripper. And we had a championship match in the Republic of Trinidad, and I defeated her, and that was a very, very happy occasion. There was 20,000 people yelling, "Wendi, Wendi," in the Republic of Trinidad, and I knew I had to, not only for them, but for myself, for my own peace of mind, because I knew I had the potential to be the world's champion again. I just had to apply myself, train harder than ever, because Monster Ripper weighs like 220 pounds. I weigh 150. That's 70 pounds. 70 pounds is half of my body weight. And for a woman, that's a lot of weight to be given up in a wrestling match, but it was one of the biggest achievements of my life. She had to be the toughest, most vicious woman in professional wrestling, which makes me feel all the better because I got what counts now, the World Wrestling title.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the Bithorn Stadium to see the next match. Wendi Richter against the dangerous Sasha. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for a big main event here. The superstars of the National Wrestling Alliance and the World Wrestling Council. Ladies match coming up. Here she is, the world's ladies champion, Wendi Richter, to take on the dangerous Puerto Rican wrestler, Sasha. Big feud here in the stadium, here in Bithorn, in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Wrestling fans, over 20,000 fans here at the stadium. And Sasha, it's outside the ring. Eric Embry, her protector, it's outside the ring. And Wendi, it's ready and set to go inside. She was the creator of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. She was managed by the rock star Cyndi Lauper. And they brought to the United States, Japan, Canada, what was known as the Rock and Wrestling Connection. And there she is, Sasha, another beautiful lady. And Wendi, it's even upset with Eric Embry. The fans are all behind Wendi. And when these 2 ladies tangle in the ring, it's gonna be a big explosion. 2 talented, beautiful ladies. Referees Thomas Maring. Over 20,000 fans here at the Bithorn Stadium in Puerto Rico. Thomas Maring trying to call for attention here from Sasha, the beautiful and dangerous Sasha, outside the ring. Thomas Marin, the referee, signals for the bell. And it seems to me like Sasha and Eric Embry are trying to distract Wendi. Wendi inside the ring, Sasha outside, and the fans are waiting for this big match. Wendi and Sasha in single competition. Everybody knows what Eric Embry, the Crusher, have done to Wendi and the Rock and Roll RPMs. And now Wendi, it's inviting Sasha to come inside the ring. She's anxious to get in it. She grabs Sasha by the hair, pulls her in, and flying mirrors her in using the hair. And the fans love it. Another fly mirror. And outside the ring goes Sasha. She is hot. The beautiful Puerto Rican wrestler, it's upset. And Eric Embry, the man that she represents, it's been his 2nd for this match. And Eric tells Sasha to go in again, and she manages to escape the reach of the lady from Dallas, Texas, world's ladies champion, Wendi Richter. And she better be careful because Sasha, she is sneaky, she is dangerous. Not to mention the fact that Eric Embry, it's also outside the ring. Now Sasha is set to go. And look out, the referee's in the middle. And Sasha uses the referee, pulls the leg, dives on the leg, punches right around the knee area. Wow, that Sasha, she is one mean lady. Wendi trying to escape the move, kicks her on the down part, and boy, does she goes flying through the air. Outside the ring goes Eric Embry, embraces Sasha, and the fans love the action here in the superstars of the National Wrestling Alliance and the World Wrestling Council. The best action in professional wrestling coming down your way. Sasha, she is a little bit confused outside the ring, and Wendi Richter, world's ladies champion, inside the ring waiting like a tiger. And Sasha is outside. Wow, what a beautiful body on both these ladies. Two beautiful ladies. And we're set to go again. Side headlock on Sasha. Puts more pressure on the hole. Wow, two beautiful ladies. Takedown. Side headlock took her down. Look at that move. Head scissors by Sasha. Hooks Wendi. Two beautiful ladies in the ring. Wendi escapes. Side headlocks again. And the fans love it. Wow. What a move by Wendi. Side headlock on the beautiful Sasha. And I don't know about you fans, but I'm loving every minute of this action-packed match, our big main event. What a match. Wendi Richter keeping Sasha down on the mat. Picks her up and drives through with a powerful shot and a knee that drives. And look at that, Eric Embry pulled the leg of Wendi, and now Sasha is pulling the hair of Wendi Richter all over the ring. Wendi desperately hitting shots to the abdominal area. Wow, another shot, and Sasha goes for the eyes. Wow, two beautiful ladies battling it out in the ring. The world's ladies champion in control. What a shot. I think even a man would have gone down with that punch there. Clothesline. The girl from Texas, from Dallas, connects a powerful clothesliner on Sasha, and look at that. The lady champion of the world is controlling Sasha, dominating the match. And look out! Eric tried to interfere and Wendi smacked him in the face. What a slap on the face. Wow, the fans love it. Wendi throws Sasha in. What a kick. Right on her chest area. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Not enough. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. A tremendous match here. Wendi is able to control Sasha. Sasha pulls her by the hair. And look out, powerful body slam coming up. Sasha's out of air. And Wendi going for the top rope, for the second rope. Look out, the beauties high on the ropes. Hey, Eric Embry pushes her off. And Wendi hurt herself. The bell rings. The referee is disqualifying Sasha. The winner, the victory is for Wendi. Look out, the rock and roll RPMs come in for the save. And now Eric Embry is in trouble. As you saw earlier on, it was a hot feud, and now Wendi and the Rockers are going for all the marbles, dominating dominating Eric Embry. The rock and roll connection at its best right now. Wendi connecting some shots on Eric Embry. Look out, the big crusher comes in. Eric Embry's tag team partner, the crusher for Australia, comes in. And now Wendy's just cheering on the Rockers. What a feud, ladies and gentlemen. It's a four-way outside the ring. Eric Embry, crusher and the Rockers, exchanging some ferocious shots. Boy, what an action-packed match. Look out, Sasha hits Wendi on the back of the head with the boot. Boy, that was a tremendous shot on the back of the neck. And she hurt Wendi. Fans, this feud is gonna go on. These wrestlers hate each other. The winners, or I should say the winner of this match by disqualification, Wendi Richter, the queen of rock and wrestling, has done it. Disqualification for Sasha. The winner, the beautiful Wendi Richter. Her friends are backing her up the rock and roll RPMs. Tremendous match. Fans, don't go away. We'll be right back with more action. Okay, Wendi, for people that are watching you right now at their homes and probably they're not athletes, but they really want to get into sports and activities, jogging, everybody's talking about jogging. How many days a week should they jog? And do you recommend them running on cement, or should they look for a park where there's ground? Which is the best way and healthier way to do jogging?
Oh, I personally recommend jogging to anyone, but you should run on soft surfaces. If you run on the road or on concrete or up and down stairs, you're pounding your knees, your shins, and it's just wear and tear on your bones that you don't need. I recommend running on soft surfaces like the beach or on grass where there's not much wear and tear of the bouncing on your bones and everything. And children, they should be careful how far they run because their bones aren't as strong as adults yet. So if everyone runs on soft surfaces, it'll help you lose weight and feel great.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will take you now to the Bittern Stadium. Wendi Richter to take on the dangerous Peggy Lee Leather. Let's go to the Bittern Stadium right now. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The match has started. Wendi Richter against Peggy Lee Leather at the Bittern Stadium. Peggy Lee Leather close to 200 pounds. Wendi Richter around 145 pounds. We are at the Bittern Stadium in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Referee from the World Wrestling Council, Ricky Vargas. And look out, Monster Ripper, the second of Peggy Lee Leather, gave her some kind of a foreign object. It looks like some kind of a brass knuckle or something. Here goes Wendi. Wendi gets hit right on top of the head. Wendi gets hit hard. Referee Ricky Vargas checking things out. Peggy Lee Leather all over Wendi Richter. Peggy Lee Leather using all that weight to her advantage to attack Wendi. She gets hit right on the back. The fans are supporting Wendi. Peggy Lee Leather in trouble. I should say Wendi in trouble as Peggy goes down to the canvas. Good reaction by Wendi. Cradle, she hooks the leg on top of Peggy now. And watch Peggy as Peggy hangs around the referee to stop him from counting. Now the brawl is on. Both ladies around the ring mat. Referee says to break the hold. And now it's Wendi that hits Peggy Lee Leather. Wendi picks her up by her hair, grabs her, picks her up, scoop slam, down to the canvas. Here comes Wendi. Oh, Wendi falls right on top of both knees of Peggy Lee Leather. Wendi out of air. The impact was tremendous. Referee warning Peggy Lee Leather that he might disqualify her if she did not respect him. Peggy Lee Leather choking away on Wendi. Wendi in trouble outside the ring. You also notice the back of Monster Ripper.
1, 2, 3.
Wendi Richter outside the ring. And remember, fans, during this videotape, you will see the main event, the match that took place in the Republic of Trinidad, where Wendi Richter faced Monster Ripper from Canada. Both ladies, the finalists in the tournament for the World's Ladies Championship of the World Wrestling Council. You will see that match in this videotape. Wendi Richter attacking now Peggy Lee Leather. Wendi gets Peggy, throws her into the ropes. Here comes Peggy. The boot right to the chest area. Wendi in control. Wendi picks Peggy. Some kind of an inverted suplex. She connected well. 2 seconds. Wendi now reacts. Good punches by Wendi. Peggy Lee Leather hits Wendi, but it's Wendi who fights back. Good shot by Peggy Lee Leather. Reversal by Wendi. Here comes Peggy. Peggy aimed at a kick, but Wendi moved out of the way, and Peggy fell hard into the canvas. Wendi now using the top rope to hurt the eyes of Peggy Lee Leather. Monster Ripper outside the ring. She's upset about that. Wendi sends Peggy Lee through the air. Wendi Richter in tremendous physical shape, and it's Peggy Lee Leather who is suffering now at the hands of Wendi. Wow, what a shot by Wendi. Peggy stops Wendi, uses her way to the ropes. Wait a minute, here comes Monster Ripper. Monster Ripper hooks Wendi. Wendi moves out of the way, and it was Peggy who hit her own friend, her second. And now Wendi drops the leg on the throat area of Peggy Lee Leather. She hooks the leg. She's got it. 3 seconds. Wow, the fans at the Bittern Stadium enjoying this big victory for Wendi Richter. But here comes Monster Ripper attacking Wendi. The winner of the match, Wendi Richter. But Peggy Lee Leather outside the ring as she watches as Monster Ripper suplexes Wendi. Boy, what a tremendous action move by Monster Ripper. The splash with all her 200 and more pounds. Splashing Wendi. Wendi is not moving. She is completely out of breath. Here comes Peggy Lee Leather. She wants to hurt Wendi more, right at the face of Wendi. The wrestling fans are concerned as Wendi Richter was attacked by Monster Ripper. And Peggy Lee Leather watching outside. The referee is calling for some assistance. But the one that did the damage was Monster Ripper. Here comes Invader 3 and Hurricane Castillo Jr., 2 good friends of Wendi, and the doctor, Hector Gonzalez, the doctor of the World Wrestling Council here in Puerto Rico, assisting Wendi, as Wendi is in bad shape right now. Could you imagine the impact as Monster Ripper came down with all her weight right on top of Wendi? The doctor is concerned. It was a vicious attack by Monster Ripper as Wendi is not moving. The stretcher is called into the ring. Monster Ripper did the damage. Wendi, assisted by the doctor and the 2 wrestlers. lot of concern here as Wendy's being carried out in a stretcher. The doctor is signaling that she received some punishment on the chest area with that splash from the second rope. Wrestling fans, we're gonna hear more from Wendi later on. Let's go now immediately to another wrestling match. Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues. Now we're gonna take you to the Roberto Clemente Coliseum in San Juan, Puerto Rico to watch Wendi Richter against the dangerous and beautiful Sasha inside the dangerous cage. Cage match coming up. Let's go to the Coliseum. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special attraction for all of you fans. Cage match. In the cage, Sasha will be taking on Wendi Richter. The world's ladies champion, Wendi Richter. Sasha, she's upset with all the fans, and like a tigress, she is ready. Like a panther, I should say. She is ready, and look at this, fans. Well, we will make no comments about what we see. Discretion on our part. And we listen now to the entrance of the Queen of Rock and Wrestling, Wendi Richter. There she is with her friends, the Rock and Roll RPMs. She is the woman that brought wrestling and rock together with Cyndi Lauper, her manager, in that famous song, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Wendi Richter in the ring, and this is gonna be a fierceful battle between two beautiful, dangerous ladies. Anything could happen inside the cage, and I think Sasha is beginning to feel the pressure build up in this match, and nobody will be able to help her because the Rock and Roll RPMs are outside the cage. So that means that Eric Embry, the Crusher, will not be able to interfere. And there she takes the cape off, her earrings, and we are ready to rumble. Ricky Vargas, the referee. In the ring, everything goes in this match. No disqualification. First lady outside the cage is the winner. I repeat myself. First lady outside, to go outside the cage, will be the winner. So the winner is the first one to touch the floor. And Wendi going right on top of Sasha. Boy, we're looking at two beautiful, gorgeous ladies. And dangerous indeed. Sasha trying to go for the win quickly, almost. But Wendi right there in the super cage. Like two beasts battling it out. Wendi Richter controlling now. Right on top of Sasha. And Sasha pulls by the hair. And now she pushes her beautiful body to escape Wendi. But Wendi right on top of Sasha. And the fans love it. I love it myself. It's not that many times we have the opportunity to see two gorgeous women like they are. And what a vicious shot by Wendi. Rocked the lights out of Sasha, and now she drags her in. Look at this. She puts one of her legs into the thigh of Sasha, and boy, that must hurt. Especially both being women. Wendi fly mirrors Sasha by the hair. Sasha pulls Wendi by the boot and tries to escape. But Wendi drags her in again. First one to get out of the cage is the winner. Look at this. What a move, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, Wendi. Tremendous matchup here. Wendi kicks Sasha in her chest. Now Sasha eye gouges Wendi, and Sasha almost coming out of the cage. We would like to say hello to all our friends in their beautiful countries. You are watching the superstars of the National Wrestling Alliance and the World Wrestling Council. Wendi Richter is the current NWF Ladies Champion, and she's also recognized by the World Wrestling Council as the World's Ladies Champion. Wendi Richter, tremendous battle here, and they are both punching each other. It is a pity that two beautiful women are hitting each other that much. Sasha trying to reach for the door, and Wendi right on top of the action. Wendi Richter from Dallas, Texas, known as the Queen of Rock and Wrestling. Her manager, Cyndi Lauper, they brought wrestling and rock together. And she is the most famous and most well-paid female athlete in professional wrestling. Sasha, she's hurt from that previous maneuver by Wendi. Wendi trying to hurt Sasha, and now she tells Sasha, get up, damn it, get up. Wendi, she is 5'11". She is gorgeous. She is a beautiful woman. And Sasha is about 5'7", and she is dark and gorgeous also. Two beautiful women. Wendi goes for the pin, but not enough for the win. And now Sasha trying to escape, but she had the wrong corner. And now she's got the right corner, but Wendi's right there. Two gorgeous women going at it. Wendi Richter, the Queen of Rock and Wrestling, attacking Sasha. Wendi Richter being now punished by the dangerous and beautiful Sasha, who is trying to escape, and Wendi gets a hold of Sasha, and the fans love it. Wendi Richter got a hold of Sasha. She throws Sasha in, a powerful, big, gigantic kick to the chest area of Sasha. And the lady of Rock and Wrestling is active once again. And she is fearful, and she is mean, and she is famous. And Sasha is finding out the hard way that she is against the best. Suplex. And now Wendi's choking Sasha. Oh my God, fans, what a treat to see two gorgeous women going at it. And I mean going at it with all their punches and strength. And now Wendi rolls over. And now Sasha crawls to go out of the canvas, to go outside. But Wendi's right there. Wendi Richter. What a beautiful woman, and what a beautiful woman Sasha is. Tremendous shot by Wendi. And look at this move. Look at this fantastic move by Wendi Richter. Look out. Wow. My God, that was powerful. And the fans love it. Wendi charges in, but falls right into the knees of Sasha. No question about it, fans. A tremendous, tremendous battle here. Sasha's got Wendi reversal here. Wendi charges in with a tremendous body tackle. Boy, this is action at its best. The first one to go outside the cage is the winner. And Sasha in trouble. Well, look at this move. Sasha moves out, and Wendi falls out of the ring, and she is the winner. The winner of this match, Wendi Richter and the Rock and Roll Olympians. There is the lady, the winner, the NWF and World Wrestling Council Ladies Champion, Wendi Richter, the winner. There she is, Wendi. Wendi wins again. Wendi, while you were in the World Wrestling Federation, what were some positive memories of being there?
Well, I'd have to say meeting Cyndi Lauper and Dave Wolf would have to be the most memorable and happy times of my life. Cyndi spent so much time with me, helping me with makeup, hairstyle, clothes, how to conduct myself on interviews. And she's just such a super person. It's not what I thought a rock star would be. She is really a super down-to-earth person. And Dave Wolf is right there to back her all the time. They're super people. And the fans, they were so supportive all over the United States and Canada. They were just so enthusiastic, so happy that I won the championship belt, as happy as I was. And those are happy times for me, meeting all the fans, traveling, and getting to meet Cyndi Lauper and Dave Wolf.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go into more matches in this exciting videotape of Wendi Richter, the World Wrestling Council's World's Ladies Champion, a little bit more about Wendi. Before she turned professional lady wrestler, she used to compete in rodeos all around Louisiana and Texas. She had beautiful horses. Her parents always supported her, and she won many, many competitions in rodeo. She loves rodeos. She still does. But then, while watching TV, she fell in love with professional wrestling. She was a big girl. She measures 5 feet 10 inches, and she was always strong, and she decided to try her luck in this very dangerous profession. She practiced judo, self-defense, and then went into a professional gym, and then they started teaching her the dangerous maneuvers of professional wrestling. As you're already aware, she became a very successful lady wrestler in no time. She's been all over the world, and as you know, twice she was the World Wrestling Federation Ladies Champion. She's also recognized as the National Wrestling Federation World's Ladies Champion, and recently she became the Women's Ladies Champion of the World Wrestling Council. In your TV screen right now, you're gonna see her dog. He's a boxer, he is Bear, and the lady next to him, that's Wendi's mother, Dorothy Richter. Wendi Richter is very religious. She believes in being fair, and she always keeps herself in tremendous shape because she loves and respects this sport. More about Wendi you're gonna find out during this videotape. Let's go back more into more action in this videotape. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will enjoy watching Wendi Richter against Monster Ripper inside the dangerous cage. Let's go immediately to the sensational bout. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Wendi Richter making her way into the arena for this dangerous cage match. Inside the cage, Monster Ripper waiting for Wendi. The fans are excited, and we are set for the action here. Wendi taking her beautiful ring jacket off. The fans want to see some action here, and they will see that. There she is, Monster Ripper, recognized as the Women's World's Champion of the Women's Championship Wrestling Association. This match took place before Wendi and Monster Ripper went into the finals for the World Wrestling Council Ladies Championship in the world in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Wendi takes Monster Ripper down. The knee to the back of the neck by Wendi. Monster Ripper weighing over 200 pounds against Wendi, 145 pounds. Monster Ripper aggressive. Attacking Wendi against the wires of the cage. Look out, here comes Monster Ripper. Hooking those legs on the side of the neck and head of Wendi. Squashing her throat against the top rope. Wow. We are in Puerto Rico for this exciting match where Wendi is inside the cage against Monster Ripper. Wendi fighting back, connecting well with the knee around the shoulder area of the Monster Ripper. Wendi tries to pick Monster Ripper up. Over 200 pounds, Monster Ripper easily picks up Wendi and body slams her and then drops the leg across the throat area. Wendi tries to bridge out in pain as Monster using all that weight to her advantage. Wendi in pain now, Monster Ripper. Holding on to the back of the hair, Wendi rams her head against the wires of the cage. Wendi fights back. It is dangerous inside that cage, and both women, tremendous lady wrestlers. Wendi Richter at one time was 2 times ladies champion of the World Wrestling Federation. Monster Ripper has held other prestigious titles, including the one that she holds at the moment, the Women's Championship Wrestling Championship of the World. And there is Wendi kicking away on Monster. Monster fights back. It is Wendi now being grabbed by the hair. Handful of hair by Monster now. She switches into the wrist, punishing the arm of Wendi against the middle rope. And now with the big boot. Wendi in pain. Monster Ripper in control. The fans supporting Wendi as Monster Ripper punches away on Wendi. Wendi comes back with a tackle to the abdominal area, but Ripper able to hold on, kicking away while holding the wrist of Wendi. Look out here. Monster Ripper drops her big leg across the arm of Wendi. Monster Ripper, for that weight, moves fast inside the ring. Wendi Richter now hooking Monster Ripper with head scissors while hooking the arm also. Monster Ripper tries to escape. Wendi punches away with both hands on the back part of Monster. Here she comes, kicking away on Wendi. Monster Ripper, so dangerous. Monster Ripper, one of the biggest lady wrestler stars in the Orient, in Japan. She's got thousands and thousands of followers. She's a top name everywhere she goes. And wait a minute, here comes Wendi. Wendi trying to move out of the cage, and the first lady to touch the floor will win this match. Those are the rules. First one to get out of the cage wins this cage match. Referee is outside, Ricky Vargas of the World Wrestling Council, the official assigned. When one of the ladies comes out of the cage, the first one to do so will win this cage match. Wow. Double cross chop by Monster Ripper. Monster Ripper tries to get out. She's almost there. It looks like Monster Ripper's gonna win the match. But Wendi hooking the ring ropes with both boots, trying to hold on desperately. The fans are applauding. You could hear the horns of the fans flipping away as they sense that Wendi was in danger of losing the match. But Monster Ripper is back in the cage. Wendi stops away on Monster. Wendi hooks the arm, and now she presses. And it's Monster Ripper who's screaming now. Wendi punishing the arm, kicking away, using the top rope as an instrument to hurt the arm of Monster Ripper. Both ladies giving all they have in this important match, the cage match. Wendi choking away on Monster Ripper, but here she comes. Wendi tried to drop kick Monster. Monster was able to hold back. And here Monster Ripper tries to get out of the cage. She's almost out. Wow. She's holding on from the bars of the gate area of the cage. Wendi hooking on Monster Ripper. Wendi not letting Monster Ripper get away. The first one to make it to the arena floor will win the match. Wendi Richter punching away on Monster Ripper. Here, Monster. She's been flying mare by. Wendi using a hair. She goes for the cover. That will not help her due to the fact that no pinfalls are allowed for the victory. The only way to win is to escape from the cage first one out wins the bout. Wendi digging that knee into the back area of Monster while hooking those fingers in a reverse chin lock on Monster. What a forearm shot by Wendi on the chest area of Monster Ripper. She throws Monster into the ropes. The big boot. Wow, down goes the Monster Ripper. Here comes Wendi. Monster Ripper gets back in her feet. Here comes Wendi. Out of the cage, almost. But Monster Ripper, she's able to hook Wendi. The first one to leave the cage will win the match. Wow. Very exciting moment here as Monster Ripper is hooking Wendi. Her hair caught on the top of the gate area of the cage. Monster Ripper, very sadistic lady. She has hurt a lot of professional ladies, sending them into the hospital or retiring them from professional wrestling. Wendi in trouble now. Listen as the fans are screaming the name of Wendi. And Monster Ripper punching away on the back of Wendi while she's hooking her top. The hair from the top. But Wendi fights back. She fires back some shots to the abdominal area of Monster Ripper. Monster holding on from Wendi. They're both close to the door. First one out wins the bout. Wendi's been hit against the top turnbuckle. And here, Monster Ripper stomping away. Wendi getting out of that area as Monster Ripper tries to make it out. She's almost out. It looks like she's gonna make it outside. But Wendi looking from behind. Wow, Wendi Richter hanging on for dear life here. Both ladies want to win this match, but there will only be one winner. Wow, knee lift sends Monster Ripper down to the canvas. Here comes Wendi. Wow, what a shot, but Monster fires back, and it's Wendi who hits the canvas. The size of Monster Ripper. Double chicken wing suplex. That was a perfect move by Monster Ripper, but Wendi hanging on from one of the boots of Monster Ripper. Very courageous effort by Wendi. Monster Ripper trying to reach the door to move out of the cage and win the bout. Tremendous match that we're watching here, the cage match. Monster Ripper, half of her body through the door. Wendi hooking on from the back of the trunks of Monster Ripper. I do not think that Monster's going to be able to escape right now, because Wendi had her hooked, and now she's moving her closer inside the ring, kicking away, hooking the leg. Wendi drops the leg in the inner part of the knee area of Monster Ripper. Those big, powerful legs of the dangerous Canadian champion wrestler Monster Ripper. And now Monster Ripper riding Wendi while she's punishing her. Monster Ripper. She's got Wendi in control. Wendi fires back. Here comes Wendi attacking Monster Ripper. Wendi tries to get out of the cage. And Wendi almost succeeds, but Monster Ripper hooks her trunks, almost trying to take her wrestling trunks off. Wendi. Wow. Wendi Richter. As Monster punches away close to the ribcage area. That boot caught her in the lower part of the stomach. And now that leg damaged more. The energies of Wendi as Monster looks so strong. She picks Wendi, throws it to the rope. Here comes Wendi. Body tackle with those 200 pounds or more. Send Wendi to the canvas, but she missed the flying elbow as Wendi was able to move away. Here Monster tried to do the same, but Wendi caught her with part of the boot on the face area. That kick right in the center of the chest. Wendi. She's got the support of the fans here. That's Monster Ripper. She's in trouble now. Face first into the cabin. Once again, wow. Wendi controlling action. Monster Ripper in pain. Her face went first into the canvas. Wendi throws Monster. Monster moves out of the turnbuckle area, and it's Wendi who suffered the consequences. Elbow and shoulder hurt on that tackle, while Monster Ripper was able to move out of the way. Monster throws Wendi into the ropes. She missed the clothesline. Here comes Wendi. Flying body block, but Monster is so powerful. And she missed the elbow again. Wendi back on her feet. She takes Monster out and prepares her and throws her into the ropes. Here comes the Monster. Monster gets the boot around the stomach area. Monster Ripper in pain now. Wendi with forearm shots to the chest area. But here comes Monster Ripper. Both ladies going at it. Clothesline, down goes Wendi. Monster Ripper in control. Wendi gets thrown into the ropes. Here comes Wendi. Wendi ducks on the clothesline, and Wendi goes through the cage. Wow! Wrestling fans, Wendi Richter has won the cage match, but Monster Ripper is still after Wendi. The bout is already official. Wendi has won inside the cage, but Monster Ripper is still going at it. Both ladies outside the ring. Wendi getting the worst of the exchange. Monster Ripper, she is upset, man. She has lost the cage match, and she wants Wendi to pay for it with her body and her face. Trying to injure here on Wendi. Wendi hooking from the metal bars, and now Wendi goes after Monster Ripper. Wendi not giving up. Even though she has won the match, she still wants to fight Monster Ripper. Ladies and gentlemen, an official victory. Wendi Richter has defeated Monster Ripper inside the cage. There's your winner, Wendi Richter from Dallas, Texas. What a sensational victory. Let's go, wrestling fans, to watch how this victory developed in slow motion.
What about weightlifting? Everybody's talking now about having a strong body. What's the secret to be successful in weightlifting? How do you go about weightlifting? How many days should a person train in weightlifting?
I feel that weightlifting is the best way to build strength, body mass, and endurance for an athlete. Myself, I use lighter weights and higher repetitions to achieve a stronger, more cardiovascular fit body, because in wrestling you have to be agile, you have to be quicker than your opponent. And if I need be that I have to go an hour, hour and a half, or 45 minutes, I can go the limit because I'm physically fit. But if you want to build body mass, you should go for higher weights and fewer repetitions per set to build the body bulk and to have a more strong body.
Wendi, what about somebody's watching you right now and maybe those are the type of shy person that they're afraid to getting into sports? What would be like a good key for them to get started in sports? Those people that are nervous and maybe haven't dared to try to do something with their own selves. What's the secret to go ahead and face the world in this competitive world today into getting into some kind of activity? What would you recommend them the first step to do?
The first thing you need to do is set a goal and go for it. You have to keep a positive attitude and take the first step. No one can do that for you. I went through a lot of things myself, but by keeping a positive attitude and believing in yourself, you can do it.
And now we will enjoy a mixed tag event when the Invader 3 and Wendi Richter take on the Assassin 1 and Dangerous Monster Ripper. Let's go and enjoy this match. Here we go. Mixed tag event. The fans love it. Wendi Richter coming into the ringside area. Monster Ripper and the Assassin 1 waiting inside. Wendi Richter outside. with Invader 3, the world's junior heavyweight champion of the World Wrestling Council. Here comes Wendi Richter and Invader 3 to take on the Assassin 1 and Monster Ripper. Introducing Monster Ripper, the official announcement. That partner, it's a tough customer, the Assassin 1. Monster Ripper over 200 pounds. The Assassin 1 around 260 pounds. Wendi winning in at 145 to Invader 3, the world's junior heavyweight champion. And here the ladies go at it. Wow, Monster punching away on Wendi with tremendous punching power. Monster Ripper, the Canadian super lady grappler. As Wendi fights back, Monster Ripper confident, but Wendi, she could stand her own in the ring, going at it strong against Monster Ripper. Monster Ripper once more, but there is Wendi Richter. Wendi with good body tackles to the abdominal area of Monster Ripper. Referee is Thomas Marin from the World Wrestling Council. Reversal here by Monster. Here comes Monster. Wendi moves out of the way. And Monster Ripper with her big frame hit straight into the turnbuckles. Here, Wendi throws Monster into the ropes. High backdrop. Down goes there. Over 200 pounds of Monster Ripper. Wendi went for the cover. Monster able to get out of the way. And here the tag is made. Now comes the Assassin 1. The fans are excited. A tremendous match we're watching here. Mixed tag event. And we hope you're enjoying it at home. Wendi wants more of Monster Ripper. But Monster Ripper tagged her partner in, and now it's the man that go in it. Mixed tag event. The Invader 3 World's Junior Heavyweight Champion. Good move by the Invader 3, a jackknife that took down the Assassin 1. Invader 3, one of the fastest men in professional wrestling. He will come at you from any angle. The ring, he dominates to perfection. The Assassin 1 goes behind. Good move by the Invader 3. Takes the Assassin 1 down. Wendi Richter outside. She wants to get more of Monster Ripper. Look at this move by the Assassin 1. He traps the leg, moves to the head, but Invader 3 escapes and connects well with a hammerlock. Well applied by the Invader 3. The Assassin 1 screaming in pain. Takedown by the Invader 3. Hooks now with short head scissors. And grinds both legs as the fans are having a party time here at the TV Arena in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Wendy's also loving it. And we're witnessing the fans enjoying themselves here in the TV Arena. Escape move by the Assassin 1. It's obvious that the fans are enjoying this mixed tag event. Wendi and Invader 3 against the Assassin 1. And Monster Ripper, the Assassin 1, going for Invader 3, picks him up easily. Throws him into the canvas. Drops the knee, covers. Wendi getting the fans to support the Invader 3, and he fires back with good punches to the Assassin 1. Watch this move. He throws the Assassin 1 to the ropes. Drop kicks. Down goes the Assassin 1. What a move, and tag is made. Here comes the ladies. Wow, a kick by Monster Ripper. She throws Wendi Richter to the ropes. Body tackle. Down goes Wendi. Here comes Monster with the leg. But Wendi moves out of the way, and it's Monster who hit the canvas hard. Wendi, she wants more of Monster Ripper. Monster Ripper moving out of the way. Look at her. She is mean. She's a powerful woman. She's recognized as the Women's Championship Wrestling Ladies Champion of the world. And don't forget, in this videotape, this video cassette, you will see the main event, the match that took place in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago when Monster Ripper and Wendi were the two finalists for the World Wrestling Council World Championship. Monster Ripper looking at the fans. Wendi, it's inside, waiting for Ripper. Wendi, ready to go and get Monster. Here comes Monster Ripper, hooking the leg, kicking away on Wendi with powerful kicks and now punching around the knee area. Using that big frame of hers. Landing on the inner part of the leg of Wendi. Dropping that leg across the leg, the knee part. Severe punishment by the Monster Ripper on Wendi. Wendi punching away on Monster Ripper. And Monster don't want to have nothing to do more with Wendi. She moves out of the way. The men are legal in the ring now. Here comes the Assassin One. Wendi and Monster Ripper going at it, but not the men are inside the ring. Here goes the Assassin One. Good swinging neck breaker. Goes for the cover, 2 seconds. The Invader 3 in trouble as the Assassin One is dominated. Here comes the world's junior heavyweight champion. Punching away, fighting back. They're going at it. Full strength, full power. Wow, good punches by the Invader 3 on Assassin One. But the Assassin One hooking the mask and going for the eyes reversal by the Invader 3. Here comes the Assassin One. Invader 3. Wow, hooked him. Went around his body. Hooked him good. There's the pinfall. The winners of this match in mixed tag event, the world's junior heavyweight champion of the World Wrestling Council, the Invader 3, and Wendi Richter, winners over Monster Ripper and the Assassin One. What an exciting match. Wow, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, the next match, another mixed tag event when Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, and Wendi Richter took on the Karate Ninja expert TNT and Monster Ripper. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna love this match. Let's go into the action. Wrestling fans, here we go. Another of the outstanding matches in the career of Wendi Richter when she teamed up with Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, to take on the Karate Ninja expert TNT and Monster Ripper. We promise you great matches, and we are delivering the great matches. Monster Ripper, when she took on in the TV arena, her and TNT on Wendi and Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. This Monster Ripper with that Oriental type of headband protector, as Monster Ripper was chopping away on the body of Wendi. Meanwhile, inside the ring, TNT, the Karate Ninja expert, was doing some damage on Mr. USA and Mr. Junior Universe, Tony Atlas. Wendi was coming in for the rescue. The referee in the middle. And there, Wendi chopping away on Monster Ripper. Wendi kicking away on Monster Ripper as TNT puts the pressure on Tony Atlas, but here it comes. The Black Superman of professional wrestling. And he is back in control. TNT down on the canvas, Monster Ripper down. Tony Atlas hits the head of TNT against the top turnbuckle once again. Wow, the excitement here at the TV arena as you see Monster Ripper with an Oriental headband. There's TNT. Tony Atlas has him in one corner. Wendi pushes Monster Ripper inside the ring. She throws the Ripper in. A kick to the chest area. Down goes Monster Ripper. Wendi chases after Monster Ripper. TNT and her together on one side. The masked professor, manager of TNT, outside the ring too. Meanwhile, TNT and Monster have a little bit of a conference outside the ring. Tony Atlas wants one of them to come inside. So does Wendi. And the fans are having a party time here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Wendi signaling to the fans that Monster Ripper is a chicken, that she's afraid. And here comes Monster Ripper and Wendi. As you're witnessing, we promise you the greatest matches of Wendi, the most spectacular matches. No question about it, you're getting just that. Great competition in this video cassette. Wendi. Monster Ripper in the corner. Wendi with good forearm shots as Monster comes out using her body, tackling away on Wendi. Scoop slam down to the canvas goes Wendi. And Monster drops the leg across the throat of Wendi. Wendi bridging out. Look at Monster using all her 200 and more pounds, choking away on Wendi. Wow, down to the canvas goes Wendi. Monster Ripper signaling to the crowd that she is number one. Meanwhile, her partner TNT on the outside of the apron. Wendi firing back. Some tremendous punches. As now Wendi hooks both legs of Monster Ripper. And look at this. Wendi with good forearm punches, and now with her fist on the lower part of the stomach area of Monster Ripper. Now digging with tackles as she throws Monster Ripper to the canvas. Drop kick, but Monster Ripper moves out of the way. Wendi hooks the leg, takes Monster Ripper down. Goes for the cover. 1 second. Monster Ripper throws Wendi in and a body tackle. Crashing down to the canvas when Wendi, she's touching around her chest, upper part area. As the tag is made and Tony Atlas says, no way, you're not coming in until Wendi comes out. TNT. Tony checking on Wendi, and it looks like Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, is gonna go head on against TNT. Let's see what happens in this encounter. And here he is, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, and Mr. Junior Universe in bodybuilding. They both hook up, side headlock by Atlas, TNT, here it comes, body tackle, down goes TNT, he drops down again, TNT tries for a hip toss, reversal by Mr. USA, and TNT goes outside. He is furious. Great moves by Mr. Tony Atlas. Look at the body on the black Superman. And now he's dancing some Puerto Rican salsa type of music. Spanish rhythm. The fans are having a party time here, and Atlas is having his own party here. Here comes TNT again. They both hook up. And now, Atlas, it's in her own corner. As the dangerous Monster Ripper is hooking the back trunks as the masked professor, the manager of TNT, is watching. Very proud, I guess, of what he's witnessing right here. Watch out, look as Monster Ripper. She's helping her partner with all her weight on the throat area of Tony Atlas. Look at that. The boots and the body, the throat area of Atlas. Wendy's mad. She wants to come in and help. Referee restraining her as Monster Ripper and TNT double teaming on the fallen Atlas. TNT choking now, Mr. Atlas. Here comes Wendi again. Monster Ripper once again putting all her weight on the chest. And she drops the leg right across Tony Atlas. And Atlas has been in trouble here, as Monster Ripper has been very effective from the outside on Atlas. And TNT punching away on Atlas. Here comes Mr. USA with a flying headbutt from the second rope. And Wendi went right after Monster Ripper. TNT almost went for Wendi. They both go outside the ring. It seems like Atlas and Wendi, they have TNT and Monster Ripper in trouble. They charge through, and Wendi in control of Ripper as Atlas goes for TNT outside the ring. In this tremendous encounter, Wendi all over Monster Ripper. Outside the ring, TNT going at it with Tony Atlas. In this tremendous encounter in mixed tag event. Meanwhile, Monster Ripper hooking the hair off Wendi Richter. Outside. Wow, what a war. Mixed tag war as Wendi. It's been running together against Tony Atlas. Here comes Atlas, and he lets TNT have it. And it's official now, wrestling fans. It is a war. Referee has lost control of the match. TNT outside the ring. He got hit with a chair. Meanwhile, Wendi controlling Monster Ripper. And the referee has had little control of the match. Here is Ripper. And they are double teaming on Wendi. Here comes Ripper. Wow, what a move as TNT got hit by her own partner. The referee awards the match to Wendi and Atlas against Monster Ripper. And TNT, it was fast, surprising victory. We're gonna take a look at it in slow motion to see how that victory happened as Wendi won the match for her and Tony Atlas. Let's check on how did that victory occur. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for, the big main event for the World's Ladies Championship, the tournament that took place in Trinidad and Tobago. Around 20,000 fans waiting at the stadium for this main event. The two finalists, Wendi Richter and Monster Ripper. Let's go to the National Stadium in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are at the National Stadium in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Over 20,000 fans. Here she is, Wendi Richter, one of the finalists. And there, from Canada, big Monster Ripper, over 200 pounds. Referee from Puerto Rico, Mr. Jose Colon. The fans are excited. The winner of this match will be the World Wrestling Council Ladies Champion of the World. And here, Monster Ripper goes to attack Wendi. But Wendi caught her coming in. And even before the referee displayed the championship belt, both ladies are going at it. Referee Jose Colon trying to push the ladies aside so he could present the belt in the middle of the ring, like is the tradition in tournament championship matches or in championship matches. Monster Ripper from Canada, aggressive, dangerous. She's going for Wendi as the referee Jose Colon is displaying the World's Ladies belt. Body tackle down went Wendi. And there is the boot. Look at those big, powerful legs of Monster Ripper. The Monster Ripper from Canada against Wendi Richter. We are in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Over 20,000 fans at the National Stadium. This is the big main event The winner will be the new World's Ladies Wrestling Champion of the World Wrestling Council. These two ladies have been competing around the world, defeating top lady opponents in the ring, and they have managed to make it to the finals. This is it. Only one could win. It remains to be seen who's gonna do it. Wendi steps on the hand, an arm, and drops that leg across the arm of Monster. There she hooks the arm, puts pressure on the arm. Monster Ripper in trouble. Look at this move, punishment on the part of Wendi to Monster. Her leg well stamped on the back of Monster. Both arms. And look at this move by Monster Ripper, taking over on Wendi. And now it's Monster Ripper who's in control of this match. Wendi gets hit against the top turnbuckle. Monster Ripper gets hit too. Wendi kicks away on big Monster Ripper. Forearm shot, down goes Monster. And Monster Ripper goes outside the ring. And here are the fans, they're excited in this stadium. Beautiful sight. Over 20,000 fans here in the Republic of Trinidad. Wendi signaling to the fans that Monster is a chicken to come back into the ring. Referee Jose Colon pushing back Wendi. Wendi stomps away on Big Monster. But don't count out on Monster. She could take some punishment. Here comes Wendi. Down to the canvas goes Monster. Monster Ripper. And look at the way Wendi is being picked up by Monster against the turnbuckle, aggressive. This lady from Canada, Monster Ripper, picks up Wendi. Double chicken wing suplex. Goes for the count. Wendi bridging out. Look at that move by Wendi, bridging out. But now Monster Ripper lands with her body right on her stomach. Those 200 or more pounds of Monster Ripper aggressive over Wendi. Wendi in pain as the Monster drops the leg around the throat area of Wendi. Excitement at its best here in the Superstars of the World Wrestling Council, our main event. As Wendi and Monster are going at it. Full steam power. The winner will be the World's Ladies Champion of the World Wrestling Council. Look out! Wendi sends the Monster outside the ring, but here she goes. Fire in the eyes of Wendi, fire in the eyes of Monster Ripper. They both want the belt. Only one could win. Wendi controls Monster. She throws Monster back into the ring. And here comes Wendi. Monster Ripper inside the ring. Wendi uses her body to push to the turnbuckle on Monster Ripper. Shoulder tackle. Twice. Monster Ripper puts the boot to Wendi. And it's Wendi now in trouble. Monster Ripper throws her into the rope. Wow, clothesline by Monster on Wendi. She goes for the cover. Wendi bridging out, kicking out. But Monster Ripper right there to follow through. She picks her up by the hair. Wow, I gouge in Wendi. Wendi down into the canvas. Monster throws Wendi head first against the top turnbuckle. Aggressive match that we're watching. What a tremendous battle. Look out. Grabbing by the hair. Just threw her across the ring. Monster Ripper takes Wendi. She throws her into the ring rope. Wendi ducks away. Comes through with drop kick. Outside goes the Monster. Monster tried to put the brakes on, but Wendi had too much memento going for her. And it's Ripper outside the ring. What a beautiful sight. 20,000 fans. And history about to be made here at the stadium. The winner will be the World Wrestling Council Ladies Champion of the World. Monster Ripper seems very confident. Wendi looks anxious, perhaps a little bit nervous. As you may recall, Wendi Richter at one point was twice the World's Ladies Champion of the World Wrestling Federation. And recently, she's been recognized by the National Wrestling Federation as the world's champion. So this is a big match for her. Wow, look at that kick by Wendi. Down goes Monster Ripper. Here comes Wendi. The count by the referee, Jose Colon, 1 second. Now, Wendi digging that knee in the back of Monster while she is pulling and pushing the chain to the extreme of Monster Ripper on that chin lock there by Wendi. Wendi hooks Monster Ripper. Monster Ripper in trouble now. Wendi gets punched in the back by Monster Ripper. Watch that shot by Wendi. She is coming, firing out with all her power. Wendi Richter gets hit hard by Monster Ripper. Watch out! Wendi Richter gets body slammed and now crushed by that leg dropped across her throat. Here comes Ripper. This time Wendi able to move out of the way. Monster Ripper now gets a knee lift. Down goes the Ripper. Wendi after Monster. Wendi throws Monster Ripper into the ropes. Here comes Wendi. Flying body block. But Monster Ripper blocked it. But she lost balance. And Wendi landed on top of her. For a minute I thought that Monster Ripper was enough power slam Wendi. But Monster obviously lost control. Wendi kicking away, using her knees also. Monster fights back. What a close match. They both want the victory. Only one could win. The World Wrestling Council's title on the line. Everything could happen. And Wendi grabs both boots of Monster Ripper and slams her into the canvas. Or just picked her up and made her land on her back. Monster, I think, probably hurt her back and her neck on that previous maneuver by Wendi. Wendi now choking away on Monster Ripper. There's no secret that both girls, both ladies, hate each other. They have been in tremendous bouts. This is the one to decide it all. The winner of this goes happy home. The one that loses, it's gonna be a long, long journey back home. Wendi gets clotheslined by the Monster Ripper. Monster Ripper picks up Wendi by the hair. Double chop, cross chop to the throat area. Monster Ripper sensing a victory. Picks up Wendi by the hair. The fans are excited here at the stadium. And Monster putting all her weight on top of Wendi. Wow. Monster Ripper, so impressive, so mean. Look at that, using her body with tackles to the body of Wendi. Monster Ripper takes Wendi, throws it to the turnbuckle. Here it comes. Monster Ripper, nobody home. Wendi Richter throws Monster Ripper in a fantastic backdrop. She goes for the cover. Look how this move, the elbow, lands on Monster. Monster down on the canvas. And Wendi stomping away on Monster Ripper. Monster Ripper goes outside the ring. And here goes Wendi. Wendi from the apron lands with a double shot to the back of Monster Ripper. And she throws Monster Ripper in, shoulder and head first into the ring post. The fans love it at the stadium. We told you we will deliver excitement in this video cassette, and that's what you are getting, the big main event. And after this match is over, you're gonna see a very exciting rock and wrestling special on Wendi Richter. Wendi and Monster delivering tremendous shots Wendi getting the best now on Monster, but Monster, she fired back a devastating cross karate chop. Now Monster throws Wendi to the ropes. Wendi leapfrogs over Monster Ripper. A body tackle. Watch this move by Wendi. Tries to pick Monster up. Finally does so. Now Wendi, body scissors on Monster Ripper. Monster Ripper asked by the referee if she surrenders. If she gives up, Monster Ripper says no. Wendi keeping control of those body scissors. But it's Monster Ripper now who's in control as she lifts. Wendi, look out. Wendi tried to fight back, but Monster Ripper too fast. And right off the bat, she goes kicking on Wendi again. Monster Ripper takes the head of Wendi and hit her against the turnbuckle. Now she throws it into the ropes and body tackle using all her weight. She sends Wendi down into the canvas. She signals for victory. Wendi in trouble. Monster Ripper grabs her by Wendy's long hair. She's hooking Wendi. Wendy's trying to hook for dear survival. She don't want to go in the hard way. Wendi blocking. She is fighting like a cat. Monster Ripper, she doesn't want to let Wendi escape. And now she hits Wendi against the top metal ring post holder of the turnbuckle holder. Wendi being picked up by Monster Ripper. Wow. Body slam to the canvas, and here comes Ripper. Wow. But Wendi able to move out of the way. Monster Ripper hit the canvas hard. Wendi Richter cradles. Here she cradles Monster Ripper. She's got a hook too. 3 seconds. Wow. Fantastic victory for Wendi Richter. The winner of this match, the champion. She has done it. She has become world's champion one more time. This time representing the World Wrestling Council, Wendi Richter. A happy lady. 20,000 fans are on their feet applauding. Our director, Juan Nadal, will show you immediately in slow motion how did this happen. This fantastic victory of Wendi Richter. Let's check it out. Wendi, a very happy young lady, the new champion of the World Wrestling Council. 20,000 fans happy for Wendi. And fans, let's go now immediately to the Rock and Wrestling video.
said.